Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to take a look at some of these LED bulbs and see which ones are best. If you're anything like me, you go online, you look at all the options. It's pretty overwhelming, the amount of options you get. If you go to RV store, they're pretty expensive. You're paying about $20 for just 4 little bulbs. So these options are really inexpensive, and they were acquired either from AliExpress or eBay. So today we're going to take a look at all of these and see which ones work the best. If you're interested, stay tuned. Alright, you're still with us for the first part of this test. What we're going to do, we're going to take a look at the power consumption of these bulbs. We're going to start off with just a regular bulb right here. This is the one that came out of the RV originally. It's just a regular bulb that you see all the time. So how are we going to test the power consumption is I have my battery. It's sitting at 15.5 volts. We're going to feed it through the digital multimeter that's set to measure amps for us. And we're just going to hook that up in series and see the power consumption on our meter right here. So we'll start off with this bulb right here. The first one, we're just going to hook one side up right here. And the second side is just going to come off the meter. And once the bulb turns on, it's going to give us the power consumption right there. So we're using 1.54 of an amp. And I already got the sheet started right here for the regular bulb. So we got 15.5 volts, 1.54 of an amps equals, I'm going to grab my calculator real quick, and we're going to find out the watts that this bulb is using. So because the formula is volts times amps, going to give us the watts. Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, 15.5 times 1.54. So our power consumption for the regular bulb is 23.87 watts. 87 watts. I'm not guaranteeing the preciseness of this cheap Chinese meter right here, but we're going to use the same meter to measure all these bulbs, so it should give us a pretty good idea which bulbs are using more power, which bulbs are using less power. And so this might not be exact, but using the same meter for all the bulbs should give us a real good idea which bulbs are more efficient, which are not. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next bulb. We're going to put this one to the side. The next bulb, I'm just calling this a tube bulb because I got this little glass enclosure. I got this one off eBay. I'll put the link down in the description if you wanted to take a look at this one. So we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to hook up one side. And do this one. Wow. You guys can see that it's 0.09 amps. So this one is a lot more efficient. Alright, so we're going to take 15.5 times 0.09 amps equals 0.09. So this bulb right here only uses 1.395. We're just going to call it 1.4 watts. The tube bulb is real efficient right now, so this is the leader so far in our test. The next two bulbs we're going to take a look at, I call them just the pancake bulbs because they kind of look like a little pancake, maybe like a frying pan, I don't know, but these two are yellow and these two are white, so this is kind of like a warm white color, and this is just a regular white color. So we're just going to take a look at this guy first and see what it is. So the power consumption on this one is 0.17 of the amp. Okay. .17 equals 0.5 times 0.17. So this one is come out to be to 2.63 of a watt. So this is so far second most efficient. We're going to jump to take a look at the white one. I don't expect it to be much different from the warm white. You can see a lot of difference. 0.16. A little bit less. Oh, it was 0.17 right there. Yep, 0.17. So it's the same power consumption regardless if you get the warm white or the white. They used about the same amount of power. So we're just going to copy this over. 0.17 equals 2.63 watts. These bulbs right here, these two, like I said, I got from eBay. These bulbs I got from AliExpress. AliExpress is kind of like Amazon for Chinese goods. It comes straight from China, so you put in your order, 2-3 weeks later you get your order in the mail. So it takes a little while. These bulbs we're going to take a look at. As you can see, they're missing some LED parts on it. The reason being, they are not good bulbs. So these ones right here with just the 4 rows, great bulbs. These ones right here with lots more LEDs, not a good bulbs. They were flicker, and that's the reason I removed some of the LEDs, because they were flickering, and it was just really annoying. I'm not even going to include the link for these bulbs because I don't think they're good, but we're just going to test them out anyways. Just to see what their power consumption is. Nobody else making a contact. There we go. 0.17, but again, they're just missing some. Let's try this one. This one is missing a bit less. 0.2 of an amp, with some of them missing, like I said, because they would flicker and I had to remove some so they quit flickering. But we're just gonna write down 0.2 and do math for that real quick. 3 watts, 3.1 watts. Like I said, I do not recommend these bulbs. I'm not going to include them on my list down below. These bulbs right here also come off the AliExpress. They're just more of a standard looking bulb. They're more of a square shape. These are really great bulbs too. Let's see what they use as far as the power goes. .18. So 15.5 times 0.18 is 2.79 of a watt. Real similar to this pancake bulbs. And we're just going to take a look at the yellow version. .17. Interesting. The yellow version uses just a little bit less. .63 of a watt. We already know 15.5 times 0.17 is 2.6. 3 of a watt. And the last bulb we got here is by far the brightest. This is most expensive option out of all of these. All of these run about 50 cents a piece. These ones run I think a little over $1 a piece, so twice the price of the other options, but real bright. So let's take a look and see what kind of power numbers are we using here. .17. This is a great number. This is actually a real surprise to me because these bulbs are the brightest bulbs there is, and their power consumption is not that much higher. It's actually real low. I'm really surprised right now. So 0.16 right now, 0.15, kind of jumping around a little bit. 0.16. Wow. 15.5 times 0.16. So these ones use 2.48 of a watt, so 2.5 watts. This is great numbers. So I installed all the bulbs, and we're just gonna go over it one by one. We're gonna start off with just the regular bulb right here. This one's came out to be 23.8 watts. Right next to it is the pancake one, the one that are junk. That's the ones we're not gonna go with, but those come out to 3.1 watts right here. Not so good. Moving on to right here, to the left, we have one of these white pancake bulbs right here. It's a real good white color. Pretty decent light coming off of it. To the right, we got one of those square lights. See if I can get in there. I don't have a second one to show you, but one of those square lights. It's a little bit more of a blue color. So the square white, they come out to 2.79 watts, 2.8 watts. Moving on to here, to the left, that's where we got one of those super bright LEDs right here that come out to 2.48 of a watt. To the left and to the right, we got one of those tubular bulbs right here. So you can see the tubular bulbs do put out a little bit less light versus the super bright one. And we're gonna come over this way and take a look at some of the yellows. If you look at the left, right here, we got one of those yellow pancake bulbs right here to the left. That's a little bit of a more of a purple color to it than just warm yellow. And to the right, one of those square yellow bulbs that we tested right in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's more of the better yellow color. I think these ones right here, the yellow colors like this, are real great for the bedroom. So it's not as just this bright white LED color. It's just more of a warmer color. So I think these bulbs right here are probably great for the bedroom. And they come out to be square yellows, 2.63 of a watt. So power consumption is great. All right, I'm just let you take a look once again right here. So this regular light bulb right there, it's considerably brighter versus the blue bulb that we have for pancake. Just take a look at them one more time, and back to yellow, and I'll meet you back at the bench. Alright, I'm going to draw a quick conclusion as far as these go. I think regardless which option you choose, all of these are going to decrease the power consumption, and they're going to be much better than our regular bulbs. We're going to eliminate this one because they do flicker, so this option is not an option. As far as the best bulb, I would say it probably this guy right here. It is the brightest out of all of these, and consumes pretty good. Like has pretty good power consumption. 2.48 of a watt. So that's great. As far as just light in your living room, bathrooms, I think these bulbs are hard to beat for power consumption. The next option down, if you're looking to squeeze in every bit of efficiency out of your bulbs for off-grid scenario, if you're running off your battery, these ones are going to be hard to beat because their power consumption is only 1.4 of a watts. This is the lowest out of all the options we tested, and the light it puts out is fairly decent. So this is going to be real great if you're running off your batteries and stuff. So this this will probably draw half of what the big ones are. This is some of the yellow options. I think they're great for the bedrooms. This puts out more of a purple color, so if you're into that, and this is more of a natural yellow color. So I think this is a great bedroom options. Just not hard on your eyes, and put these above the couch or something like that for reading, so it's not as hard on your eyes as a regular LED. Just white colors. This is just a little bit of a softer, better for you. And these are also decent options right here. They're just whites. This is more of on the blue side. This is just more of on the white side. They both come in at about 2.5 watts. So all of the great options, but if I had to rate, I would say that this is the best option that there is, and this is just a step down for power consumption. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. But this is just my experience with LED bulbs, and I hope this is going to help you with your choice and help you save some money. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.